Welcome back to some more Gates of Hell multiplayer, my friends. We're going to be playing with a Soviet shock army here. In fact, I've already brought in some riflemen. Start taking these points close to us, and of course, moving in a little bit deeper. We've got our friend over here. It's actually not a friend, I don't know the guy, but moving that armored vehicle up. And I think this is a really good scouting approach, just to take these areas. So let's rush over here. In fact, we'd probably be doing a lot better for our team if we grab like those three guys and push up even more on the right side. I'm going to start sending them forward. Let's also start looking at potentially other vehicles we could get, other men we can get. Medics would be helpful, but I'm thinking we want to kind of wait right now and just, you know, get some additional conscript squads, recon squads, etc. Although then again, anti-tank looks pretty great right now. We'll just kind of see how the front is developing, and then once that happens, we'll go ahead and make our decision. In fact, I'm going to take these additional units here since our men are moving up here, and we're going to push them to the front. In fact, actually some AP or AT miners could make a huge difference here, although usually they're a difference not noticed by any of the other team members. You know what? Let's get an SG-43. So just a good old-fashioned machine gun. And I'm going to bring this baby up. And let's set her up kind of right here. As you can see the entrance here. We can, of course, micromanage this as we see fit. Right now we're just getting our infantry over here and hopefully holding on. Wonderful 3 units. Of course, 3 units are not going to take this area very quickly, so we need to be on a move quickly. And actually, the enemy is already trying to take that central portion. Where is our other, or the other part of our unit? There they are. They're actually right behind here. We might be able to do something about this. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Got to be ready with those grenades. We need to get behind the wood here, and hopefully we're not getting flanked when we get behind the wood. In the meantime, I'm also going to take a look over here and see when we get those tanks. It's going to be a while, unfortunately. So let's just set up here for now. Rush in, boys. Rush in. I'm also prepared with some grenades. If we only knew exactly where they were standing here. Actually, it looks like the enemy's got some sort of vehicle. They managed to take out a number of our allies there. Now, we are retaking the flag, so we can feel good about that. Let's take a look over here. Guards SMG squad is ready to go. We've also got a few anti-tank guns here ready to go. But I think I'm going to wait just a bit. What I might do is bring in an armored vehicle, like this BA-64. Again, not the finest vehicle in the world, but it can do a number on enemy infantry. Alternatively, let's get a mortar. Yes, guys. We are going to get a mortar here. Get that mortar support. Let's bring it over to the back of the house over here. To make sure that thing is going to move. And probably not a bad idea to get some additional infantry as soon as we can to further hold this location. I'm going to send a few of them over here. We are guarding this area, so it only makes sense that we try and watch multiple locations here. And that flag is ours. Unfortunately, nobody took that closest point. We all left it. So we're going to have to send some infantry units over there to capture it. In fact, I'll grab one of these guys. This is a huge mistake on our team's part. That left one is also not captured. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. I mean, they're not really pushing this to zone. And actually, for our tank, I think we're going to have to send our tank over here to the left side. Because that's where we're actually needed. In fact, we might even just grab a rifle squad or a SMG squad. Yeah, let's grab a rifle squad. It's still very early in the fight. So I think we should try and provide some mutual support. Mutual aid, the Soviets would call it. As quickly as we can. Let's push it right up there. In fact, we maybe should have brought an AT squad with us. An auxiliary detachment would be a nice additional amount of men, but we'll go with this. And look at that. Our ally is actually bringing in the sailors of the Volga. Absolutely beautiful, and hopefully they can take out the enemy. They've got quite a few anti-tank weapons here. So hopefully, at the very least, our unit can distract them. There we go. Our guys already have tanks moving up. That's always a good sign. And indeed, the Soviet flag is now going up that we have this soldier here. We're actually still approaching with the mortar. I think we can bring it quite a bit closer. So let's put the mortar like right here near this knockout. And I just want to see the... Yep, we can definitely bring in one of the T-70s. Again, not the best tank in the world. I think it's probably best for us to wait a bit. The T-60... Let's wait just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ultimately, if I have to make that move, I will. Maybe we should even move this machine gun, since they are pushing up the center here. Yeah, let's pull the machine gun over to the center. And actually, we can use this mortar and provide some support for our men. We should have brought this up a lot sooner. In fact, I'm going to get a bit closer even. And hopefully this will really assist our men, because you can see they're trying to push forward here. The Panzer Grenadiers. Fire! Alright, you know best, boys. Yep, enemy might be overrunning us. Yep, they are absolutely trying to overrun us, guys. Tank is pushing through there. Go for it, boys. Let's take a look over here and see how our riflemen are doing. And I'm actually going to make a push across. Remember, we are the shock army. This is our goal, is to make it across no matter what. Even if we incur some casualties on our side, we're going to make the enemy focus on us instead of our allies. And I think also allow them to move forward a little bit easier. Here we go, right across the river. It doesn't matter if it's raining, guys. We shall take position. Soviet Rifle Squad. There we go. We just wanted to get across the river at this point, provide some supporting fire. And in fact, I'm going to try to get a grenade over there. My goodness, guys, look at this. Can they make it? Grenade? Grenade? And I'm just going to have him drop. Nice. It looks like our allies are pushing up. Just beautiful, man. I love it when things like that work out. I'm going to grab the rest of these men and just make sure we consolidate victory there, although the Soviets have dug in quite well. You know what? Let's just stay down and at least contest the point. What about that middle area? What's going on? Oh, man, they took us off that mortar quickly. Let's hope the thing is still working. I'm going to get a few infantry units on it. And while we're at it, guys, let's take a look at the tanks here. We can bring in an Su-76. I'm going to do it. I think we've got to bring in something, and you know what? An assault gun like this, probably pretty useful to our men on the front. So let's bring that immediately to the front lines. These front lines. And I'm going to bring the machine gun a little bit closer to the front, too. This could be reckless, but I think we've got to take a risk. Is that mortar operational? Let's just make sure. He's got to fix that thing up. And in the meantime, we can get the machine gun set up in these bushes. I think this is a pretty nice location. Look at that. Germans just kind of hanging out back there. I guess they're waiting for support, or maybe waiting for an unlock at some point, which allows them to get some better units. Okay, our infantry's going to... By vehicle, they don't actually mean vehicle. They are talking about the mortar. The mortar has been repaired. And just in time, too, because we've got enemies approaching from over here. It looks like tanks trying to make it through. Now, the mortar's not going to do a damn thing to tanks, but we can at least hit the infantry advancing with them if it comes to that. And let's also see, where's that Su-76? I wonder if we just go for the kill right now. So I kind of know where that tank is. But, of course, it's going to be a bit of a risk to push out and attempt to kill. Here we go. Looks like the Su-76 has spotted something on the right side. I don't need him looking there, though. I need him looking directly ahead. Come on, come on. They're firing directly at our MGs. And we want to respond. Good hit, guys. Good hit. Look at all of those Soviets moving in. Unbelievable. We need to get some mortar fire right there. Okay, looks like the mortar's already targeting that area. And I'm looking past the infantry towards the armor. That's what we want to take. Ooh! Shredded our Su-76. Is he still alive? Incredibly, he was still alive for that first hit, but the second one finished him off. Nonetheless, I think we stopped that enemy push. The mortar continues to fire too. I love seeing that. I think the mortar has been the most useful item on this particular map for us, at least. Now the question is, do we bring in some additional stuff? We can get quite a few things. I'm starting to see quite a lot of the enemy kind of grouping up there, so I am immediately, no thank you alarm, immediately going to go ahead and move up the guards detachment here. The Kronstadt sailors, I should say, and I'm going to try to push them up into the center. One of the other ways to retake this area, and also one of the ways to counter their tanks. I don't want them to get hit yet, so I'm going to set them up over here, just behind this small Daka. I love that mortar, I really do. That thing is an absolute beast. Let's go ahead and bring in a T-70 as well. Maybe we would have been better off bringing in AT engineers. We'll soon find out, and I'm going to push that right up the middle as well. Get going, folks. Get going. So again, I think on this swamp map, it's very hard to make a push down that middle. And it's primarily because of the house. The few times I have been beaten on the swamp map pretty badly, what the enemy would do is just destroy the central area. Just completely destroy it, which can be done. They haven't done it here, and oh man, we are leading, but just now one of our mortars got hit. They're going to hit it again. Fire! Yep, that's going to be tough to deal with. We could bring in some additional men and take over the mortar. It's not the end of the world, but of course, that always requires a little bit of extra work. Get on that thing. Come on, man. Alright, let's just keep this thing back here. Sort of as a surprise. If we start seeing enemy tanks push up, that's when we push this thing up. And I can see what our ally did here, just created sort of defensive positions with trenches, etc. We got to start doing the same over here if we can. If we can do it without getting shot up. So for instance, kind of do this. Kind of do this. Ah! Not with a different unit, but okay. That's right. Get one of the sailors on that mortar. They know what to do with the thing. And in fact, let's push up with the mortar. Let's push up behind the house so that they don't have a visual on it. Ooh! Sons of bitches. Trying to hit our glorious Soviet soldiers. Now, of course, we could try to rush up, but the enemy has been pretty good at building foxholes. Not gonna lie. So let's keep our distance. If anything, we want to try to take this location of the enemies. So I'm going to send some of the sailors over there for a potential attack. As you can see, we're losing men quickly. Our allies are also pushing up the tanks. I'm going to do the same, because maybe we can overwhelm the enemy armor here, or at least find the damn thing. Here we go. Let's hope that our guy can spot somebody, because as you can see, our allies are getting pretty badly hit over here. I'm even thinking maybe powering through here might be a good idea. Powering through to locate the AT and going for it. Definitely a bit of a sacrifice, but I think I'm going to try it. We're going to take some infantry as well. Again, just trying to overwhelm the enemy, find his AT locations. Sure, it's going to be over here, and hopefully our allies are keeping an eye out over here too. Unfortunately, that looks like a loss, just a total waste of one of our tanks, because his AT is all the way back there. And in fact, I think it's actually just going to be anti-tank rifles, maybe not even tanks. Although that did give a pretty good spot to our mortars. who are consequently firing directly on a Luftwaffe squad. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. No, no, no. No, holy crap. Remember what I told you guys about destroying this house? Yeah, I think the enemy's finally getting that idea, and we're getting some decent tanks finally. So let's bring in T-34, baby. Look at that. We're going to push the T-34 right up the left side over here. We haven't really done much on this left center. Let's see if our allies are doing anything about this. They're not, and I think the only reason is because we're already winning. So at this point, we kind of remain on the defensive and see if the enemy attempts to do any sort of a push. Doesn't look like it. Nice shot, damn. Su-152. One of our boys. Okay, I like that. So the enemy's actually pushing on the right side there by the swamp. Doing their best to get through. They're gonna have to send somebody forward. That's for sure. Alright, now me and the ally have T-34s. In fact, the entire team has T-34s. Yeah, I just saw the German tank right there. Looks like he is launching his assault. Now, I'm not sure if the artillery signaler, if we need a certain source of artillery, but I've never tried this unit, and I want to, so let's bring him in. And I believe he himself, hopefully, can call in artillery, or at least get pretty good spotters for our men. Holy hell! Alright, enemy counterattack is beginning there. And actually, if you look over here, they've got some sort of vehicle. 88s! They've got 88 flak! So this, of course, can just slaughter our tanks. But as long as we stay here behind the Dakas, they're not going to be able to see us. I think that's going to be the trick. I'd also love to bring in another mortar, man. There we go. Those things are just so damn fun. And actually, if we had some on the left side, it may have been quite easy to push through. And what do you know, our army's still trying to push down that left side, and why not? I mean, we've got so many men here. Our allies are going for it. You know what? I might dedicate some soldiers to the cause, send some mutual aid over there onto that left side, and just keep the pressure on the enemy. Come on, boys. Keep them guessing, for sure. I think another thing we could do, as a matter of fact, is bring those mortars over here and start firing directly on those enemy positions. Looks like we got some action in the center. Anytime they make a push for this area, though, it doesn't go too well for them. Yeah, it looks like that push is going to be coming down the left side and the center. I'm already seeing some tanks back here, maybe just some good old-fashioned Pumas. I think it's just a Puma. If they don't do something, they have no chance. Victory is ours. Whoa! Just took out some of our guards marines there. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Okay, they're coming up on the right side. This is our deal. We got to get this. And there's actually a machine gun right there on the floor. Holy hell. Get on the MG. Go, 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 go. Get them, boys. That's right. We're going to use the tank turret as a defensive position. Why not? Holy crap. A hero of the Soviet Union never gives up. One goes down, the other takes his place and keeps firing, guys. And this is definitely the enemy push. Our ally is pushing up with his armor. I think we want to do the same, but we want to go right up this way. So I'm going to actually bust right on through this area. Boom. Little surprise T-34. You know what? We absolutely need to bring in additional infantry, even if it's just a conscript squad, because the enemy's trying to overwhelm us. Push them in, boys. Go on, Skrip. Oh, we gotta be careful. Pushing on the left side there. In fact, I'm gonna cut across diagonally. This is not a very safe maneuver because we're showing our side to potential enemies here. Oh, there we go. 88s. Yup. Did you see how the game repositioned that tank? That was a little strange. She is badly damaged, of course. Now we can try to go ahead and save her, repair her, but she's firing at the enemy. I'm going to keep this going for a while. As long as she's got targets, let's not stop what we're doing. Let's not stop what's working. Unfortunately, here that baby is hit from multiple angles. We're going to do what we can, but I'm not sure there's much we can do. He's actually trying to fix an irreparable tank. I love that. Oh! The ingenuity of the Soviet artillery tankmen. And they are making that push. They're making a strong case for switching over to them. Point switching over to them, but we're still holding on. As you can see, they're actually hitting us with a bunch of mortars here. Not good, and it's actually whittling down a lot of our forces in this area. I'm thinking maybe just to pay them back, we go ahead and rush across, try to take that area. Sort of make the enemy second guess it. Let's do it. Our allies are doing it. I'm going to do the same. Look at this concentrated push. The sailors of Kronstadt are with you. If death is our calling, so be it. Bring it over here as close as we can to the front line. Taking the enemy focus away is always going to help out our side. It was a glorious sacrifice to the motherland, and my ally is doing the same thing. Just trying to keep that pressure on the enemy. We can afford to lose a number of troops. They can't. In fact, we're going to bring in a KV-1 to try and even out the odds here. Bring that KV-1 up to our central command post. Holy shit. Bring it over here, maybe. Central command post is getting hit bad. And the conscripts have arrived. Get back, conscripts. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but we need them over here by the house. Absolutely bombarding this area. There's no way we're going to be able to repair anything that goes down here. But I wonder if we can get a few of these conscripts out just to keep the enemy under fire, and more importantly, to get a visual on this situation. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We've got enemy infantry on the bridge. That's never good. Make sure that mortar is targeting them, man. In fact, there's a mortar right there, unmanned. Get on the damn thing. Come on. Better to have two guys on it. There we go. She needs repairs, unfortunately. Let's get down to those now. Where's that KV-1? Don't tell me she didn't head out yet. Son of a bitch. Come on, man. Too afraid to get to the battle, evidently. This thing is totally destroyed. Don't actually think it's fixable. Could be too badly damaged, but we don't want to lose control of that central area. So you know what? We're going to bring in a guards submachine gun squad. We're going to bring in an IS-2. And now we're really bringing in the heavy guns, man. Bring in the IS-2 and the guard squad, and right up the middle this time. Again, they are pushing up that central bridge. We might even call this one the Battle of the Bloody Bridge, just because of how many enemies' lives are lost here, and just how much damn gunfire is going on over here. The attempts to push on the left island are, you know, close to impossible. Not really surprised by that. You know what? We've really been annoying the shit out of the enemy with those mortars, so I'm going to bring in another mortar. And it looks like our allies bringing in a Katyusha. Now the shock army can go to work. That IS-2, or or that KB1 almost immediately damaged, hit in the track. Our tanks are not safe here with those 88s on the high ground. We should go purely... Oh, that's terrible. We should go purely for Katyushas. With the Shock Army, I think we mostly get tanks as our special weapon. Over here. Allies pushing up. I love it. You know what? We might as well help them out. Medics. Get some medics to try and help up the wounded men. And a good old-fashioned conscript rifle squad. Although we might actually have to help ourselves out because they're still pushing up the center with a mass of forces here. Our conscripts are holding on, but just barely. Here we go, boys. Just now arriving to the fight. Take up existing positions where our allies are. Pretty much just try to kind of fill in the gaps over here if we can. And in this case, I think the best place to go is right there. And I hear that Katyusha going to work. It's going to work, baby. I think it's hitting all the way back here, trying to hit the enemy's massive amount of tanks. I could see why they're just demolishing our tanks instantly. They have so many tanks back there. My goodness. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. Bunch of enemies right there in a trench right in the middle as well. That's definitely concerning. These conscripts, and the conscripts I'm just gonna keep back here. Still not understanding why they don't attempt repairs on that vehicle. Repair. There we go. Finally got off, but doesn't look like he's interested. This would be a perfect time for mortars, that's for sure. At least if the enemy tries to push up, and they will. Yep, they're going for it. We can at least try to counter with the infantry we've got here. So let's send the remaining infantry over here immediately. Got that mortar, we can start firing. And I definitely want to start firing right there at the enemy bunker. In fact, we may need to get even closer. Come on, man. Here we go. Enemy's trying to take it back. Don't let Jerry take this back, but that push in the center is major. Look at that, guys. This is where we head out also with our conscripts and put up a fight. Here we go. Mortar can start firing right now. Mortar can start firing right now. Nice. There we go, guys. The glorious red banner is going back up. Enemy's going to do everything they can to cross, but look at that magnificent hit by our men, man. Just magnificent. Shall not surrender. That's right, we are reinforcing the area. That's all we've got to do, guys. 7:25, there's still a lot of game to play. But I think we've got a pretty good idea of how to approach here. Yeah, let's stay behind the wood. No point in just getting ourselves killed directly in front. As you can see, they immediately targeted that location. Immediately targeted it. .76mm 1927. Don't mind if I do. Again, I think right now it's probably artillery that's going to win the day. Keep it over here where the Katyusha is, because we know that that's a safe place. Right, enemy is bombarding this area, guys, trying to retake it. And like I said in the beginning, look at that. Destroying that area to make the push. That's what I do every time on this fight, and they are doing the exact same thing. We need to try and just keep hitting clumps of their troops if possible. And, of course, bringing in additional units. Guards, Marines, whatever we need to. Let's do it. Let's, Guards, Marines. I know it's expensive, but it's worth it. And, you know, while we're at it, we should probably also bring in some AP miners. Or maybe some medics, at least. Rush these guys up straight to the front. Because they are retaking that center, and they are doing it quickly. So I just want to immediately rush our boys up there. We're going to take those guys on the left side and also rush them forward. We need to try and get some armor here as well, if at all possible. What I'm going to do with these guys is, like I said, try and rush over and take this area. Actually, you know what? Probably best they just stay put. Just provide a counter to the enemy. We shall retake that zone. We will absolutely retake it. In fact, this artillery is going to be the key to retaking this area. I'm going to bring on some partisans. Yep, we're flooding the area with troops, guys. We will overwhelm the Germans with our mighty Soviet power, period. Mighty Soviet population, I should say. Send them over here. I wouldn't mind bringing on the AT detachment, but again, I don't think they're going to make their tanks visible to us. That would be a mistake on their part. They're just going to make their infantry visible. Start putting some down. We're going to try. Of course, they're going to get shot at as this is happening. But we're just going to try to fill the area with as many men as possible. Fire away. You can see our ally also pushing for the zone. I love it. Show the enemy we mean business here. And actually, what I'm going to do is have our guys lay down in this area as quickly as possible. German flag is already going down. Let's see where that artillery piece is. There she is. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine, guys. Actually, they're slightly out of range. Let's see if our guys can hit them. Let's push forward a little bit more. Come on, boys. Better to get this right, I think. Got to get to 200, close to 200 to get a hit here. Come on, come on. If we could just hit that position, guys, we would be golden. Gotta try to hit that position. We're gonna go for it. Oh, nice. Even closer to the front, evidently. Bring in another Guards Marine squad. Like I said, in this case, overwhelming the area with manpower. There we go, guys. You can absolutely spot that trench now. Nice. I think those are going to be some very effective hits. There we go. Look at that, guys. Direct hit on the trench. Completely wiping them out there. We've got an entire group here that can absolutely stand to take the position. So let's go. Hoorah! some of them get behind the tank here, of course. And just spread ourselves out and make ourselves known in this area. And that flag is coming down fast, man. Real fast. But that also means we need to get more infantry in here fast. And I hope our ally sees the importance of that. It looks like he does. He's making it in here as well. The more time the Germans have to get superior tanks, the worse off it is for us, of course. Okay, it looks like our artillery has extra work too, but now the enemy pushing on that right side. What in the hell? Come on, guys. Guess I'm going to have to send some partisans in to assist over there on the right side too. Did not expect that. Now we should actually focus just exclusively on the center. Just right there. Still pushing through. Flag is almost ours. Perfect hit with the arty there. Look at the enemy trying to rush. That is just amazing, man. Oh! What an absolutely beautiful setup there, guys. So we do have the center. I think the right side is really not under any danger. Let's try to bring some guys up. Maybe we can save a few of our men, although I highly doubt it. And I mean highly doubt it. Nonetheless, if we can just take them down from here, man, this might be ours. We've got to keep on moving in, though, with additional infantry, partisans, whatever the hell we can bring in, basically. Otherwise, the enemy will take advantage of the situation and retake that center once again. As you can see, our men quickly are shot down in this area. One trick is just to lay them all down, or also just to keep them over here behind this house. And even though it may seem cheap to some, I think it's exactly what I'm going to do. Send some of the sailors over there. Any men that we have back here, we're going to send up there. They finally found our artillery. Hopefully it's too late, though. Hopefully it doesn't make a damn bit of difference. We'll give them something to shoot at. That thing, now it's pretty badly damaged. Although it's fixable, we might grab it with some partisans and try to make it work. Right now we're moving the medic up. Everybody is down as far as I can tell. Oh, wait a minute. We can actually help out the artillerymen. Let's go for it. We can actually... Oh, I thought for a second there. No, he is. He's fixing his vehicle. I thought he was going to help us get up. Good enough, though. Alright, I love that. Some armored support from our allies. Just got to keep pushing that number down. 77. It's no good. It's not falling. But as we get kills here, you can see it fall. So we really need to get 71 kills without the enemy taking back the position. It'll be extremely important. I don't think they're pushing on this side anymore, so I'm going to grab the partisans here. They're pushing them over on this side, kind of where all the trees are. Lay down. Good shooting, man. At this point, we're just kind of trying to rattle off some of the enemy. But we don't want to lose too many men either. That also contributes to their point gain. So let's just keep these guys back. These guys are here to kind of stop the enemy from moving forward on the right side. Or at least so that we have eyes on the enemy movement there. Oh yeah. Good shooting, man. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Got them at 61. Just keep pushing a little bit longer, guys. quickly spotted that. But I think we're almost there, so now we simply have to get to the 1,000 mark, and victory is ours. That's easier said than done, especially with overwhelming enemy firepower there. No medics alive after that bombardment. Life is pretty hard for men here in the center of this particular fight, I can say that much. Although just taking one more enemy... Oh, look at that! Taking one more enemy point would greatly help us. It looks like the enemy is the one retaking points there on that right side. So you know what? I'm not trying to take away any units from this front, but I do need to send some men over here to grab that flag. That's ridiculous. That shouldn't be happening. Medics, 2 medics retaking a point. Unacceptable. Alright, I love that. I like to see the allies working together. That's always a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. And it looks like the enemy's throwing some grenades here. Let's throw some grenades back. Oh, I think our Contusion might be able to catch them without any need for grenades. Though I am seeing that flag drop, but I'm also seeing a flag drop here in the middle, man. That's why we brought up the guards. Push the guards up. Go, go, go. Doesn't matter as long as we win. Get that anti-tank detachment. Cause the enemy a little bit more grief. Retaken that right side, I think. Almost. There we go. Starting to retake that center as well, but man, yeah, the arty never stops. This guy's absolutely right. Consistent shots on both sides. And I think what we need to do is just keep on pumping the men through. Send them in. Send them in. Taking that central area, guys, will allow us to conquer the enemy so much faster. Everybody knows it. Getting in there is no easy task. Can't have that. Just looking around the map to see if we have any stragglers. A lot of times you will have stragglers in a game like this. Kind of hanging back. I don't think I want to waste any of my points right now. Let's just hold off until we get something better. I think our ally's doing a wonderful thing just keeping his distance here. Nice shot there, as you can see. That's a 122 millimeter artillery shell there. We did retake the point, but for how long, right? So, of course, I'm going to try to bring in additional units. In this case, yeah, I think conscripts are perfect, partisans are perfect, because we can just pretty much mash them into the area there. just to hold it, which is exactly what I'm about to do here. Just run in there, lay down once again, and try and hold the position. As long as the enemy doesn't push anywhere else, guys, I think we might have this. 749, so damn close. Look at that. Even our allies are trying to take the leftmost point. That's been an area we haven't taken at all the entire fight, although we've routinely made some attempts, some efforts to push through. And look, even Hawk got me just with a good old mortar strike, took out all of the men there. It's going to make it much harder to hold that area, of course. Love these trenches built by our ally here. Absolutely love it. It looks like our planes are actually trying to hit them. Yep, sure enough, those tank units, an elephant right there. Or an oliphant, excuse me, an oliphant. That's it. Keep bringing in the support. Oh my goodness, look at this Soviet push. Look at that. Holy crap, guys. Alright, well, we got here at the right time. Let's just hope that we can set up in time. Took out our defenses so that they can make this push, or attempt this push. Let's see what we can do about it. We can take the gun back and try and repair it. Again, I wanted to wait for something a little bit better than a conscript squad. Didn't really want to get that. We may not have another option. That may be what we're forced to get. Look at that. The German push, of course, a failure, man. Any attempts to get through here for any of the players seem to be near impossible. 840, we've just got to get that to 1,000, and of course, victory is ours. But I can already see that flag changing. You know, we may be forced to get a partisan squad, guys. At this point, numbers count for a lot. They really do. Go, boys. Tremendous hit there from our gun, guys. Thank goodness we got back on it. We just blew up all of the enemy in that trench. That was amazing. And it's actually sort of damaged, but nonetheless managed to get the shot off. Maybe we should take this time to repair this bad boy. Partisans on the way, folks, to retake the center. Actually, it's still in our hands, technically. But it is going in favor of the Germans. Although with those continued artillery strikes, I don't think they're going to be able to take it back, to be honest with you. Just send our boys over here. They seem to be safest in the tree line, although we should probably split them up. Take some of them and just go straight for this area over here. We've got our allies sending in those Katyusha rockets. Look at that, man. They have retaken that trench. They keep going straight for that trench area. I'm sure they've got enough support on this gun. Let's fire right at that trench. Now, we did capture the flag through that movement, but of course we lost many good Soviet men. man. Unbelievable. It's still all about that central point. 870. It's getting close. I think I might need to bring in a rifle squad, although my strategic mind, which is practically non-existent, is telling me to wait for a tank. But I don't think it's time to wait. Not this early on in the game. Or, excuse me, not this late in the game. We need to just overwhelm the enemy with any men we have. In fact, if we have some partisans back here, which I think we might, or even some medics, we want to push them up immediately. You can see just how quickly we lose that flag if we get removed from the area. So we really need to overwhelm this area with manpower. Even auxiliary detachments are probably helpful. There we go. You can see even our allies moving in men. Everybody knows how important it is just to get manpower over here. So even just 2 additional men here are going to come out tremendously. Come on. Don't be afraid. Barely could control that medic. He was really scared. Holy crap. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just head out over here. As long as we've got guys firing on that gun, I'll be happy. They haven't tried to take it out yet, which amazes me. So let's fire there at Tony. Boom. Boom. Another hit, just completely messing that trench up. In fact, if we wanted to be really crazy, we would take that trench with a group of conscripts and just cause a little havoc for a little while, but it's only going to help us for a few seconds, really, so let's not go crazy. Alright, half of these guys go over here. And half of these guys lay down over here. Same with these guys, just lay down. Beautiful. Despite our guys getting hit, it of course also calls out easy targets for our artillery to spot. Hit him. Hit him. Yes. Conscript rifles on the way. You know what we're gonna do with these bad boys, don't you? At this point, I think our team got them on the road for the Capuchas, but that's not gonna stop them from trying to push up with this tank. Look at this. They are pushing up with armor. Do anything about it? It's actually just barely out of range. I don't think it's gonna last too long. Stop him, man. Just got one of our machine gunners. Ooh, we did hit him with the artillery gun. Not enough to kill him, evidently. Nice shot. Nice shot. That works. 896, guys, so close to the big 1,000. And I feel like we've earned it. This has been an absolutely vicious fight back and forth. Sending the next conscript rifle squad up, and you can see just so many men in the shock army prepared to give their lives for the motherland. Just need that additional 80 and we are set, so you bet I'm diving right into it. I'm really tempted to make a push for that trench, man. Really tempted. But I think I'm going to stop because I'm almost certain that the Soviets will make one last rush here. They have no choice. Look at that. You see how they're prepared for us? So let's just have these guys lay down and provide supporting fire. Yep, absolutely. We've got a German charge. As soon as the next group of conscripts come up, there they are. We'll move get some of them to get right back on the gun. And hopefully we can still use this light infantry gun against the enemy, because it's very helpful. It's kind of assisting our already there, and sure enough, they're going to move up with another tank. They're going to try it again. A little bit of overkill here, but I'm going to go for the overkill. Hoorah! Actually, we don't even need to do that. We'll go for this one. Hoorah! Oh, right before we got to him. Right before we got to him. And actually, he's just barely stopping the Soviet flag there. We are going to be taking the area with conscripts, so we should be okay. Should be able to reverse that steal. Reverse the steal, boys. Reverse the steal. Sure enough, we did get back on that gun. This is where we need our allies to start pushing forward to capture here. Even if it means just throwing your vehicles in that area right now. Like, just throw whatever you've got. All right. Once again, the German flag is going up. We can't have that, so we desperately need the rest of our team to help here. 13 more points. That's all we need. This cannot be where the enemy rolls us back. It would be a terrible way to get rolled back. Look at all of those incoming German infantry units. Nice. Go. That's what we need. Unfortunately, flag has been captured for the opposing side, and this is why we got to take it back. Consistent artillery fire stopping these advances from the enemy completely. We'll send these guys over here to the tree line. I think that's probably the right call. And at least that artillery's back. I don't know what we'd do without that thing. I get the feeling that Su-76, it's not an Su-76, whatever the German equivalent is causing us some trouble. Come on. There we go. Additional infantry as well. You can see that. Come on, game. Have them lay down. They are getting chopped up there. The enemy's got a lot of men. You know what? What's wrong with me? That artillery want to hit that position, or at least this position. It's a bit close. Directly on top of those infantry there. The tank is actually providing them quite a lot of cover. Oh, way too much cover. Oh, baby. They are getting an unbelievable amount of support here. Gotta put a stop to it. Actually, unbelievably, I don't know how this is happening, but we've got an enemy bit of armor here. This is crazy. Come on, guys. Get with it. In fact, we'll stop these guys. Did somebody drop? What in the world just happened? Oh, that was me? My bad. My bad. Wish we had some anti-tank weaponry. We don't. We're still gonna have to do something. Nice shot. Okay, as you can see, I think they're going to try to make a push here with good old-fashioned smoke. Proper way to go about it, I must say. That's it, boys. That's it. Retake the area. Got a bunch of them there on the right side trying to push up. Look at that. Beautiful. And as soon as they get in here, let's just have them get down anything to retake the point. Fire at will. Nice. Nice. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Even if it's just a recon squad, I mean, it all counts. It really does. I think that's why our ally is just rushing through with recon vehicles himself. And I'm finally seeing that German flag start to fall. We need to make it fall a lot faster, though. There we go. Look at that. This is why we overwhelm with conscript squads. Boom. Boom. And they're still shooting. I love that, too. They are still shooting. Now, keep in mind, guys, it's dropped to 954, so we've got a lot of work ahead of us here. If we want to retake the location. Still going to have to get that 954 to reverse, of course, and that's not going to be easy, I don't think. Sure to take it out before they get to our artillery. Beautiful. We'll do the same here with these trench works. Look at that. Trench works are in one of the worst positions just because it's almost like our artillery is looking directly into them, like staring into the eyes of the soul of the trench. I don't know how else to put that. I'm so close to victory, I can taste it, boys. And it's been a while since I've actually done some multiplayer in this game, but with the update, I wanted to give it another try. I still love the game. I'm not saying it was bad before or anything, but it seems to have gotten even better, a little more evenly matched, I guess I could say. At least it seems that way. I could be wrong. I love how the opposing side, though, was trying to send men over here to flank our army. Pretty amazing. There we go. We're almost at 950. Come on, come on. I really want to get this victory here. No! I hope that's not one of our guys. I hope we have enough time to grab this win before his loss affects all of us. Stay down, boys. Just stay down. Love to get a visual on that party, but I'm too focused on the next German push. This truly ends up getting to be such a monumental battle. One of the things I absolutely love about this game. Let's give 3 cheers. 3 cheers down in the comments for the glorious Soviet artillery, man. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm asking for you guys to now like and comment on any video you watch on this channel. It really helps us out and helps us push past this YouTube algorithm deal. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.